As certain as Murfreesboro streams flow through limestone, stormwater flows from rooftops, streets, and parking lots into the public drainage system. Stormwater is where the urban environment meets the wild alongside a meandering stream. Like a floor in need of sweeping, evidence of daily life can be found on city streets and in the public drainage system. Automotive fluids, litter, grit from worn parking lots, dirt from construction sites, and fertilizers from lawns. Rain washes all these pollutants into our local streams without us noticing. So what pollutes Murfreesboro streams? Silt and sediment get into streams from eroding stream banks, unsecured construction sites, and even weathering roofs and parking lots. Once in streams, silt covers up stream bed habitat and changes flow direction within the stream. Islands and points formed by sediment deposits can divert flow into adjacent stream banks, causing even more erosion.
We're standing here in the West Fork of the Stones River. We're kind of near Highway 99. And this isn't a great example of bank erosion because of all the invasive plants, all the undergrowth. The tree I'm standing next to here looks to be undermined. We may lose this tree in the future. And we don't have a real healthy riparian zone or streamside buffer here. We have a lot of invasive plants. We do have some trees, but we don't have a real thick buffer here. And so that's one reason that we monitor construction sites. We have regulated buffers on the stream side. And we talk a lot about treating the quality of stormwater off of parking lots, but it's also too important to reduce the volume during storm events getting into the river. Yeah, so we're still in the West Fork of the Stones River. We're a little bit upstream of where we were before, where we had that bank erosion. We're fortunate that in the center part of Rutherford County, we have a lot of bedrock, a lot of limestone bedrock. And because of our climate, we have lots of vegetation. These two things help with bank erosion. So this is just an example of how our geology can help.
To prevent sediment loss from construction sites, city inspectors monitor construction activities. And since not all sediment comes from construction sites, protecting stream banks is just as important. An estimated 498 acres of detention ponds constructed around the city help control the amount of runoff draining to streams at a given time. In addition to detention ponds, over 15 miles of stream bank is protected with water quality protection areas. These areas protect stream site habitat and stabilize the stream bank, which is vital to a stream's health. We encourage residents living on streams to set up their own streamside buffer by not mowing all the way to the stream.
All right, so one of the things we notice here in Puckett Creek, and it's easier to see when you don't have a lot of leaf litter in the stream, but the water is very clear. And one of the things that biologists do is look at the stream bed habitat, or what they call the substrate habitat. And this is basically where the delicate bugs live that we can look at and tell water quality. What happens is if you have eroding stream banks or you have construction sites that aren't secured, you can get a lot of sediment come into the stream, and that sediment will cover up the habitat here, and you won't find these bugs, and then your stream will suffer. The water quality parameters will go down. And so here in Puckett Creek, like I said, you don't see much sediment at all. And we think in part that's due because of the buffer here. And so if I were to pick up a rock here, I could see different bugs that may indicate good water quality, like caddis flies or stone flies, something like that. So this is a good sign.
Grit and grime accumulating on city streets and in drainage systems can contain nutrients and bacteria. Last fiscal year, the street department street sweepers removed 2,000 tons of material from city streets before entering local streams. Street department and water resources back trucks removed even more sediment from public drainage pipes. What about stormwater running off private parking lots and rooftops? The city requires most new developments to install and maintain stormwater controls or treatment features like bioretention areas and rain gardens that infiltrate pollutants in stormwater runoff before flowing into the public drainage system or water body. To date, there are 189 stormwater features that treat the most polluted part of runoff in rain events. Additionally, there are 52 acres of permeable parking areas made of paver blocks and porous concrete across the city. These parking areas allow rainwater to soak in. All green controls are reviewed by the Planning Department and inspected by the Murfreesboro Water Resources Department for proper function and maintenance after installation. In older parts of the city, stormwater was originally routed directly to streams without treatment. The stormwater program prioritizes these drainage catchments and hopes to provide treatment with retrofits. The city's first street to Green Street was constructed in the Oakland Court redevelopment project. Runoff from the street is directed into planter areas that utilize deep-rooted plants to soak up pollutants. Along with improving water quality, green streets offer a natural aesthetic in urban areas. Ultimately, people make the difference. Between education and public involvement, residents are having a big impact in our waterways. Parks and Recreation, Natural Resource Division staff, and volunteers remove countless amounts of trash and litter from our wetlands and streams while managing delicate habitats. Rutherford County's Project WET educates hundreds, if not thousands, of school children annually about water quality. MTSU, which shares a stormwater permit with the city, tailors special education and involvement projects like tree plantings, stormwater outreach to businesses, and engagement with the academic and research community. So what is the state of our stream? The state of Tennessee officially determines whether or not a stream is impaired. Among the streams impaired for sediment are Garrison Creek, Spence Creek, Lytle Creek, Bear Branch. Streams lacking streamside buffers or habitat: Sinking Creek, Spence Creek, Bear Branch, Garrison Creek. While some local streams are facing challenges, best management practices are in place and helping. The Water Resources Department monitors stream health closely. Notable gains were made. Puckett Creek, West Fork Stones River between Sinking Creek and 840, sediment impairment removed.
All right, we're in the lower part of Puckett Creek, right before it empties into Overall Creek. Obviously, we're in the mid-fall time of the year, and the flow is really low in the creek. It's just barely flowing, if not at all. We got some stagnant pools here. But what we really want to focus on here is the streamside buffer that we have all around us. We have a nice buffer, and what this buffer does, as we've heard, is it shades the stream, keeping temperatures down low. It provides habitat and provides some stability for the stream. Puckett Creek is a great example because Puckett Creek has been developed for the most part after our streamside buffer policy, what we call our water quality protection area. And what that is basically a regulated streamside area intended to protect the stream. And so we've seen Puckett Creek's water quality go up since we've been monitoring. We look at the life in the stream, we look at different parameters, and the quality of the stream has really improved, so much so Puckett Creek has been removed from the state's list of impaired waters. And we think partially because of the streamside buffer, the water quality protection area being up and down this stream.
The City of Murfreesboro and Water Resources Department and Stormwater Division are committed to improving the streams and rivers in Murfreesboro with the help of residents. Please visit the Murfreesboro Water Resources Facebook page and go to their website, murfreesborotn.gov/waterresources.